me show you guys a real nice close-up of this. Look at these. Look at these ridges, man. How sick is this? This is so nice. They shipped this to me, right? And when this got to me, it was in like 15 pieces, like the box. So look at this. Look at this. Let me take off the tape now. Interesting, right? Look at this side profile. Let me zoom in here. So again, this, and I believe there's one other part, which I have to go double check the notes, but oh God, the tape's gonna kill me here. This is where the cost is gonna be. These ridges. Like this is, I mean, a huge chunk. When you're doing a low MOQ of 50, this is what's gonna cost you a lot of money. You know, we have this gorgeous looking weight here on the bottom as well. I can see why it's priced. Point is, yeah. But again, I kind of wanted to just state that at the beginning, being like, if you guys are looking for value, then the value ain't here. There's some other really great colors. Clever was even telling me about some of the other colors this morning, and you know, the colors all looked super good. I'll take these off later. Very, very awesome looking keyboard though. 14.1 for the cherry lip, and the front height after the cherry lip is 17.9. Pretty nice. This is going to be comfortable. So there's also an EC version available. I think you have to, says here, Dynacap EC parts will be available for order prior to these boards shipping out to customers. If customers would like to add Dynacap parts in their order once they're available, email Clever. So there's gonna be some options for EC stuff as well, which is gonna be freaking awesome. Yeah, so right away, I'm gonna say I really like the overall shape of this board. Thinner side bezels, obviously I'm biased towards that. That is very much my vibe. I love it when keyboards have a thicker forehead and chin over here. I think, again, that's very much my vibe. Love the copper weight on the inside. Like, I love the internal weight pattern a lot, and I guess this is gonna be a preference opinion, but I kind of wish I got to see this on the back, like low key. And I don't know if people also agree with that or disagree with that. Very preference based, but yeah, there's a JSD cable connector over there. Okay, I'll remove that one there because I don't think I can get to it right now. Love this color though. The quality of all the coatings in Anno are fantastic. The copper looks really good too. And again, we have those angled screws that shoot up this way, opposed to going straight over here too. So, yeah, would have reversed it. The Phi logo on the inside, yeah. Low key, I would have loved to see this like one on the inside on the out. But very, very nice. Very, very pretty looking keyboard here. And again, the fact that this will be EC compatible is going to be also, I guess, a huge bonus to a lot of people. All right, and then we have our PCB. Now, the final PCB, let me tell you guys right now, will not be green. I believe it's going to be black. Let me just take out the daughter board here. I already flashed it and stuff. Lots of options on this. The hot swap options will be a little bit different though. So if you guys are going to go for a hot swap, it's going to be less. I mean, look how many options you will get. Like, this is at no expense type of options. You are going to get so many options, all nicely labeled, which I really appreciate on premium products as well. In case you guys are wondering, they have like a little snap part over here, and I mean, I'm going to have to flip it over to show you guys anyways, but it says Bauer hole there because this is going to be compatible with the Bauer as well. Very, very awesome looking PCB. High key, I kind of like it in green, but it's super, super nice, super awesome. The hot swap version, again, it's no slouch for how much compatibility the hot swap one has as well. Like, you're still going to get split backspace, ISO, step caps. You have a bunch of spacebar options. You're just not going to get as many spacebar options. Like, this has a ton. So I like green PCBs. I don't know how about you guys, but green PCBs are freaking awesome. I love them. And then we're going to be using HMX TT Reds today. I have used these in the past, and I really liked these. I know it's not the prettiest color. It's kind of Christmas colors we got going on. It's unfortunate that these are so red for today, but I really liked these last time we used them. Clever mentioned that he really liked HMX in his, so I wanted to use an HMX variant for this today. Interesting. This is my first time seeing the plate. So you can kind of see it has a U on both sides here. And really the only contact this has with the plate is on the sides. I wonder what that will do. I actually have no clue. Very interesting. Nice color plate too. Really goes well with this. But yeah, this obviously doesn't have all the compat. I can only see it supports a few of the different space bars as well as no ISO. All right, so one more time with the keyboard though. Again, love the cherry lip. The really exaggerated cherry lip is absolutely gorgeous on this dude. I really like what Clever did here with this. And you know, this is not just a straight cut line down, like this is angled. So you really get to look at some of these curves and corners very, very nicely. I like how the copper is the USB-C port. I think that looks absolutely stunning. So that is great. Like I said, the only visual thing I would probably swap is the internal weight. The pattern here, I'd put on the back. But I do like the size of the internal weight here. This is really nice too. Should give us some sound breakup. I also wonder too, I wonder if these little ridges will affect the sound profile at all, because when we have little ridges like this, it causes sound waves to bounce differently, even if it's smaller. Very, very nice though. Like, it's a super awesome design. Even the way these kind of fade off and taper off over here, like that is super nice. Yeah, the price point's gonna start at $500. It's an expensive board. There's only 50 of them, and there's a lot of things that make this an expensive project. Also, if you guys don't know this, having recently done this myself too, prototyping is not cheap. There's obviously, like, if you're looking just best bang for your buck, not preference, like not anything, like you are one of those people that just say, Alex, tell me what I can get for about $200 and I'll be super happy with, because value has to matter. There's no value in this board. The value will be, I think the value in this board is going to be like the visuals and other handcrafted parts. What I'm talking about is what's in the box. And you're probably going to get a good value proposition from Neo Keyboards and all the rest of those brands that make awesome value stuff. Again, I just want to bring it up because people have been asking. So just before people start to get all, mainly for people on YouTube, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous. If you're into something like this, I mean, like, let me show you guys a real nice close-up of this. Look at these. Look at these ridges, man. How sick is this? This is so nice. Again, this is honestly not cheap to do either, especially on a low quantity run too, so 50 MOQ. Let's start disassembling this first, just so we can take a look at the internals. And again, oh yeah, this is the mounting blocks over here too. And then there's also some little feet here too. They're press-in feet, which I really appreciate about this design. If you guys do pick up this board and happen to be watching this back, these are angled screws. So these do not go straight down. So if you guys are opening this up and are like, why can't, like, the screws being weird, it's because you have to angle your screwdriver. Oh yeah, there's magnets on this too. I totally forgot to tell you guys about that as well. There are magnets to help keep this secured too, which is even more interesting. So very, very cool on that part as well. But there we go, and then we have to take off this eventually to put it in our daughter board. By the way, the daughter board, this is a prototype. The final version, I am told, will not have my least favorite mounting connection, which is Molex. Well, not my least favorite. This is my second least favorite mounting connection. Ooh, this is like such a nice magnet, dude. Very cool. I guess you really wouldn't need to screw this in if you didn't want to, which is also kind of interesting in a lot of ways, because I wonder if that would make a sound difference if you decided to only use the magnets. Have you tried that, by the way, Clever? That's how I rock it? No screws? Interesting. I wonder if that would make the keyboard sound a little diff. This actually looks really cool with the red. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this color combo right now. I'm sorry if this is blaring red on the screen, by the way. I'm really sorry. Hydrate, let me get some coffee. Red on teal is fire. It does look really nice together. I was kind of shocked by this color combo. Interesting. I want to point this out. I don't think I've ever seen a case that can offer two ways to have an enclosure, being screws or technically the magnets. Actually, this is a fair piece of copper here. This has some heft to it. Nice little chunk of copper. Put that down, and let's put our daughter board in, although we do need another bit. Didn't realize it was one piece. I almost thought it was two pieces too. I thought maybe I'd open this up and there'd be two pieces there, but that is kind of cool to see that it is one giant piece there. Oh, so that's interesting too. I didn't realize that was also a separate piece. It does have a Phillips head screw, which is fine. Like, I'm not mad or sad about that, because I don't think you'll ever take out this part here. Dude, I love the feeling of the side profile of this board too. It is just a nice feeling board. Seems relatively easy to assemble everywhere too. If I wanted to heavily criticize this, and this is such a minor point over here, I think it would feel a little bit more premium if the USB-C cutout was a bit more like flush to the USB-C, if that makes sense. Clever. It's there, but it needs to kind of go down just a little bit. It should be. I mean, yeah, it's screwed in all the way. It's not quite flush there. Kind of looks like a little bit backed up. I want to try these really, really, really soft gaskets first. And then we can go ahead and try the other gaskets. The other day, I recommended using the black socks on the sides and the blue socks in the middle. What is the black one again? It's 30A? Yeah, in case you guys were wondering too, I'll speak on this, at least from my experience. The gasket tabs, I like the positioning of them, you know. Giving some clearance here for the spacebar to help it pop a little bit more. The plate also has some decent relief cut for the spacebar as well. Also, if you guys notice, they come down a little bit too, which is kind of interesting, which should help with stiffness in some regard. You can kind of see these sit a little bit further away from the plate, which is cool. Damn, this just sits so nicely in here. And then we just have little feet that we can push in. I think I want to use, you know, let's use these colors. Oh, these go in so nicely too. The feet look really clean on this. I have to give it to Clever on this. The feet is such a small detail, but that looks so professional. They're push-in feet. They look flawless with this. Like, that looks so clean. All right, let's take one more look at this board here. Again, I think this is a lovely side profile. Absolutely lovely looking. I love the back of this. I think this also looks phenomenal. It's so good. Like, just this whole extended, like the corners of this just extending, wrapping around this. It just feels so beautiful. The angled screws are also an interesting touch. Kind of gives the board a bit of a different dimension here too. So this is just using magnets. So let's see how this sounds, shall we? Actually, let's plug this in too. So we're using HMX TT Reds. Ooh, the spacebar has some like... I do want to tune it though. The enter's a little weaker, I think, on this. Maybe for the modifiers, I might have gone with something a bit deeper. Yeah, full travel maybe for the modifiers. The spacebar though I love. The alphas sound fantastic on this. All right, let's see if the screws did anything. I highly doubt it. I kind of feel like it weirdly did. But maybe I'm just hearing things. I'd have to listen to this playback again, side by side. Pretty nice. Let's try swapping out some gaskets. Let's go with the firmer gaskets, shall we? Let's do the firmer gaskets everywhere. I don't really have any like major dislikes about the board. I think, again, like the board overall, very well worked on. It's clear a lot of love went into this. Even the way that just this whole assembly sits in here is really nice as well. So I love the theme. The theme is what it's like what really for me carries this board. The overall design, just these ridges on the side, I think are beautiful. Everything feels very premium and thought out. Really like that. You know, when you're charging this much for a board, doing very small batches, that is the minimum expectation, and I think they've gone far beyond that even. Again, this board looks super, super good. Like, these are something I've never really seen in a board before. Like, this is a good looking keyboard. Simple gaskets, I think it works really, really well. It clearly is giving us some softness to this board. The plate files being released is another plus the plate that I was given today. It works. I think actually this little relief cut on the spacebar here is doing some wonders. Like, it feels really good. All right, let's see what this sounds like now with the other gaskets here. Sorry, I'm trying to hear the difference. Maybe I don't hear it. Maybe It definitely feels a bit stiffer. I don't think there's a big difference sound-wise to me, but I can definitely feel, I preferred actually, believe it or not, the 10A. Well, the 10A being on these two. It's noticeably stiffer. Actually, the thumb, I don't like this. I'll be real with you guys. Maybe this is just a personal preference thing, but I think using these gaskets, the thumb over here, like me pressing the spacebar, becomes actually a little bit fatiguing. I can already feel I don't like that. I will be swapping back to using these. I think Clever did an amazing job. Really, really nailed the theme on this. I'm always on team, I'd rather have small batch projects with a person who's gonna deliver boards than large batch projects that go sideways, which we've seen many times. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys and enjoy the rest of your nights. Bye everybody. I do want to tune it though.